In the world of football, there are some names that everyone knows, but there are two names where calling them legends would be an understatement. On one side, the special one, Jose Mourinho, and on the other, Pep Guardiola, who has redefined the art of football. But wait a minute, who is truly more special? Who is greater? Whose tactics are more, well, cooler? One is called the special ones.
I think I'm a special one.
But the other is a football philosopher. Are Mourinho's famous defensive walls more impressive, or is Guardiola's possession-based dance more captivating? Yes, this time, the show has a different flavor. The decision is yours. Don't forget to leave your choice in the comments. If you're passionate about football, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel, because we really don't want you to miss out on stories of football legends. When Mourinho and Guardiola first crossed paths, it wasn't just a meeting of two managers, it was a clash of two different football philosophies, two contrasting worldviews. In 2010, Mourinho's Inter Milan faced Guardiola's Barcelona in the Champions League semi-final. Barcelona was widely regarded as the best team in Europe at the time, and Guardiola was the modern embodiment of total football. By the way, total football means a tactical theory in football where any outfield player can take on the role of any player in the team. This concept is based on fluidity, versatility, and movement, allowing players to change positions throughout the match. The system relies heavily on the player's high technical skill, tactical awareness, and fitness. The biggest examples of teams that embody this philosophy are Bayern Munich and Barcelona. But Mourinho's Inter shattered that narrative. At Camp Nou, they defended relentlessly for 90 minutes, and despite being down to 10 men, they knocked Barca out. After that victory, Mourinho sprinted across the pitch at Camp Nou in celebration. It was a personal triumph for Mourinho over Guardiola because this wasn't just a football match. It was a clash between two philosophies that would shape the future of the game. On one side, Guardiola's aesthetic and attacking approach. On the other, Mourinho's pragmatic and defensive tactics. After winning the Champions League, Mourinho bid farewell to Inter, and it was a farewell he later described like, the rivalry between the two didn't end there. When Mourinho took charge of Real Madrid, the battle against Guardiola's Barcelona resumed. Before Jose arrived, Barcelona's 5-0 victory at Santiago Bernabeu in 2010 had showcased the sheer power of Guardiola's team. But the 2011 to 2012 season would be different. The special one, along with his staff, was now steering Real Madrid. Madrid triumphed 2-1 at Camp Nou, taking the league title from Guardiola's Barcelona. This victory once again proved Mourinho's tactical genius and footballing intelligence. The battle between Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola wasn't just about football on the pitch. It was also a chess match in their minds and in front of the media. Mourinho's fiery outbursts and press conferences were always balanced by Guardiola's calm demeanor. These two managers created a rivalry that will go down in history in golden letters. Jose Mourinho's original profession was as a translator. Yes, you heard that right, this man worked as a translator for the Barcelona team. But beyond his translation duties, he was closely following matches and observing tactical training sessions. Football had completely captivated him. At that time, Louis van Gaal was in charge of Barcelona. He noticed Mourinho's football knowledge and tactical intelligence. Van Gaal made Mourinho his assistant coach, and that's where his rise began. Later, while Mourinho was a humble manager at Porto, he dreamed of reaching the pinnacle of European football. 2004 was a turning point for him. When he led Porto to the Champions League title by eliminating football giants, the world was in shock, especially the match where they knocked out the Red Devils. Manchester United at Old Trafford is known as the moment Mourinho stepped onto the world stage. His famous sprint across the field to celebrate after that match caught the attention of the entire world. Immediately after the triumph with Porto, Mourinho moved to Chelsea, and during his first press conference, when he confidently said, "I am a special one," the English media was stunned. Many were impressed by his self-confidence, while others thought he was overly arrogant. But Mourinho didn't just talk, he backed up his words on the pitch. He led Chelsea to the top of the Premier League and became one of the most respected managers in football. One of the most remarkable aspects of Mourinho's career has been his ability to instill a winning mentality, even in the toughest of times. games. His psychology was like a rock. He managed critical moments so well that even when problems arose on the pitch, his players wouldn't worry. The confidence he instilled in his teams and his unique way of motivating them showed that he was a true master of psychology. The father figure role he developed with his players kept them united both on and off the field. Unlike Mourinho, Pep Guardiola's life began with football. He was a star for the Catalan club even during his playing days. As both a player and a manager at Barcelona, he became a legend by achieving the club's greatest successes. After his playing career, he started coaching Barcelona B, and thanks to his impressive performance, he was soon promoted to manage the first team. In 2008, Guardiola sparked a revolution at Barcelona, building a team around players like Lionel Messi, Xavi, and Iniesta. They played some of the most beautiful football the game has ever seen. In 2009, winning 6 trophies in 1 year was the ultimate triumph of Guardiola's football philosophy. Having won nearly every trophy in Europe, this success marked the birth of a true legend. After his successes at Barcelona, Guardiola took charge of the German giant Bayern Munich. He restructured the club and dominated the Bundesliga, winning consecutive league titles with near-perfect precision. But wait, something was missing. His biggest disappointment was not being able to win the Champions League in Europe. This led him to continue his journey in the Premier League, where he brought about another revolution at Manchester City. In England, Guardiola perfected his tiki-taka style, breaking nearly unbreakable records. In the 2017-18 season, City became the first team to reach 100 points in a single season. Isn't that a legendary achievement in the Premier League? While keeping City in constant contention for the title, he left his mark on how football should be played. One of Guardiola's greatest achievements was reshaping modern football. His tactical revolution had a massive impact not only as a manager, but also on the future of the game. Today, many teams have adopted the possession-based style of play and high-pressing strategies, following in his footsteps. Alright guys, we've talked about their tactical battles, philosophies, and personalities. But we know for some of you, the real truth lies in the numbers. So let's dive in and compare Mourinho and Guardiola by the stats. Who has won more? Who's made their team score the most goals? And which one has created more tactical miracles on the pitch? Let's dive into the stats. First up, Mourinho. Jose Mourinho has secured 2 Champions League titles, 3 Premier League championships, 2 Serie A titles, and a La Liga triumph. He seemed unstoppable, and his win percentage, a strong 63%. That means he won 6 out of every 10 games. Being special requires that, doesn't it? And yes, another key Mourinho trait. Besides winning big trophies, he also mastered the art of getting under his opponent's skin. Now let's talk about Guardiola. Pep Guardiola has won 3 Champions League titles and a total of 10 league titles across Spain, Germany, and England. And his win rate, a whopping 72%. That means Pep's teams win 7 out of every 10 matches. When they have the ball, things always seem to go his way. Oh, and let's not forget, Guardiola's teams hold records for the most possession during matches. As Mourinho might say, this guy probably wants to take the ball home with him. Yes, the numbers don't lie. Both managers have torn their opponents apart on the field. While Mourinho boasts 25 major trophies, Guardiola sits on the throne with 31. However, Mourinho has claimed 8 different national and international trophies that Pep still hasn't won in his career. Could Pep ever catch up to Mourinho in this area? What do you guys think? Don't hesitate to let us know in the comments. Can we really conclude this based on statistics alone? Not exactly. Mourinho's defensive tactics have brought him glory.
And every time Pogba has the ball, he will have the...
While Guardiola's possession-based attacking football has created a whole new level of dominance.
And the 2 wide players were...
To be honest, Pep's style of play is just more pleasing to the eye. It's aesthetic, fast, fluid, and full of spirit. He builds teams that work like a well-conducted orchestra. On the other hand, Mourinho's teams are all about military discipline. Both have mind-blowing win percentages and trophy collections. But here's the real question. Who's truly the special one? That, my dudes, is up to you. Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola stand at the pinnacle of football history in terms of success. Really, when it comes to managers, Mourinho and Pep are in a league of their own. It wouldn't be wrong to say that both have revolutionized football. From Mourinho's surprise Champions League victory with Porto to Inter's historic treble, his triumphs across various countries show just how flexible and adaptable he is as a coach. His Premier League titles with Chelsea, record-breaking feats with Real Madrid, and the Europa League win with Manchester United are all proof of how he has reinvented himself at different stages of his career. Like a chameleon, he blends into every team he coaches, and the common thread in all of them is success. This man truly breaks the mold, guys. The Champions League title Mourinho won with Inter in 2010 is widely regarded as his greatest achievement. That season, his tactical genius propelled him to the top, not only in Italy but across Europe. The semi-final match where Inter eliminated Barcelona to reach the final went down in history as Mourinho's triumphant march. With this victory, Mourinho's unstoppable rise officially began.
Treinador hoje em dia diz assim, eu quero fazer treino como we don't need more motivation to win this game than this altogether. Come on, come on. I think nobody left the stadium before their third goal for sure, because the game was open until better than ever. We are not happy because
Guardiola's success comes entirely from his tactical revolution. The 6-trophy season he achieved with Barcelona is a rare feat in football history. While maintaining dominance in the league during his years at Bayern Munich, he changed the fate of the Premier League at Manchester City. He took the league to a whole new level of competition. In the 2017 to 2018 season, City won the title with 100 points, proving that Guardiola's philosophy operated like clockwork even in the toughest league in the world. It's not just about the trophies he's won, but his philosophy that transformed the way football is played that sets him apart from other managers. Pep is the inventor of the beautiful football we've been waiting for all these years. At least, that's what I think.
To be active, don't wait what they do, the opponents, we decide what we want to do in our game.
Transfer window shut, everything can happen, but in my personal view...
Sit down! Nobody talk! Sit down! In a few years you can be a manager, and you can do it. But until now, guys, I am the boss.
Mourinho has to call the doctor from the...
Mourinho's trophy collection is a reflection of his success-driven mentality. To Mourinho, every path that leads to victory is acceptable. However, Guardiola has gone beyond just winning trophies. He has redefined the aesthetics and understanding of the game itself. For a manager, trophies are certainly important, but both of these coaches will be remembered not just for their wins, but for the legacy they leave in football. Mourinho and Guardiola differ not only in their tactics, but also in their personalities, displaying completely opposite emotions and behaviors. Yes, Mourinho is almost like the mischievous child of the house. The rivalry between these two giants didn't just play out on the pitch, but off it as well. So how could these two names be so different? Mourinho has always been fearless and outspoken in front of the media. His psychological battles were not only aimed at his opponents, but sometimes directed at his own players. In press conferences, he would make comments to lift underperforming players back up, while also praising others to encourage them further. For Mourinho, press conferences were his psychological battleground, and his words were sharper than any sword. In 2004, when he took over at Chelsea and declared himself the special one during his first press conference, it sent a message not just to English football, but to the world. He was not just a coach, but a leader. His psychological games against Guardiola during his time at Real Madrid were unforgettable. In 2011, before the Copa del Rey final, Mourinho made a veiled challenge to Guardiola, which further fueled the rivalry between the two managers. Mourinho was a master at getting into the minds of his opponents, even off the field. Guardiola, on the other hand, took a completely different approach. Pep was always calm, composed, and strategic in front of the media. For him, press conferences were a chance to explain his football philosophy and share his tactical thoughts. Unlike Mourinho's provocative statements, Guardiola preferred to do his talking on the field. In 2011, when he responded to Mourinho's psychological warfare with "he can win the press conferences, but will win on the pitch," it showed his cool-headedness and confidence in his superiority on the field. And to be fair, he often outplayed Mourinho in many matches. These two contrasting personalities created a rivalry in the football world unlike any other. While Mourinho preferred to get into his opponent's opponents' heads before big matches, Guardiola preferred to outthink them on the pitch. Mourinho's bold and provocative behavior stood in stark contrast to Guardiola's quiet but determined demeanor. Yet both managers reached success in their own unique way.
Every time when we was in United, and every time we were here, always the people that were looking not about how we are going to play.
In the end, these two coaches are truly one of a kind in the world of football. But now, the ball is in your court. Who do you believe is the real special one? Is it Mourinho with his monumental triumphs? Or Guardiola, who transformed the very fabric of football? This isn't just about titles, it's about legacy. It's about how they've shaped the game, inspired players, and touched the hearts of millions of fans around the world. Mourinho was a leader who left his mark on every team he managed, from Porto to Chelsea, from Inter to Real Madrid. His ability to win trophies, instill a fighting spirit in his teams, and control the game in crucial moments proved time and again that he was a winner. One of the things that made him special was his ability to take underdog teams and lead them to the top. Mourinho became known as the man who achieved what no one else could in the football world.
You must be loving this.
Guardiola, on the other hand, stood out in a completely different way. He didn't just focus on winning, he turned football into an art form. Through the tiki-taka revolution and his possession-based play, he created a sense of beauty on the field. The countless trophies he won and the dominant football his teams played defined how modern football would evolve. Guardiola didn't just defeat his opponents, he left them helpless. His football revolution made him more than just a coach who won trophies. He became a philosopher, an artist. Football is more than just winning. It's about passion, dedication, and the stories we tell for years to come. Mourinho's fight, his grit, Guardiola's artistry, his vision. Both men have left a mark that can never be erased. So what matters more to you, the relentless pursuit of victory or the beauty of the game? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. And if this journey through football's greatest minds moved you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. After all, this isn't just about football, it's about the love we all share for the beautiful game.